Alrighty. Episode 9 of The Alternative Future of the World. We are currently in World War IV. There's a few buffer zone states. They're actual countries, right? But they just are in a buffer zone status. Like this one, for example. Central west Ukraine, and this Polish, and I'm not sure what those other lands go into. I think it's a little bit into Belarus and Ukraine, mostly. It should be mostly that. And then we have another buffer zone of Montenegro, which is barely existent. I mean, it might as well just join. Well, I think there was a treaty last episode of Serbia forcing Montenegro to be part of the buffer zone. So it basically can't join the Western Alliance lest it be attacked. But yeah, World War IV continues in the Caucasus region. So they're gonna have quite a big thing going on here. So you have Iran invading Azerbaijan, taking back their lands. I don't know what's going on with those weird shades there. What is going on there? Yeah, there we go. That fixed it. So Iran starts invading Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is just taken off guard. It's just taken off guard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the little pencil here. There we go. They're just taken off guard. Iran goes after the coast here, but not like that, like this. And they start cutting off Azerbaijan. That's very smart. They cut it off, basically take it over. Azerbaijan starts to fight back, though. They have some forces of their own. But you know what Azerbaijan does not expect? You know what Azerbaijan does really not expect? Is Russia. Russia coming in, completely demolishing everything. Completely, I just mean destroying Azerbaijan. And the northern part, Georgia gets involved too. They start invading a little bit. But I mean, it's mostly Russia invading. Armenia gets to invade a little bit. They get a little bit of land. But they basically invade Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan really does not like this, obviously. They push back. They push back with all their might. All of their might. But Russia just pushes back. I mean, they have so much more power than Azerbaijan does. And Armenia helps a little bit. Iran helps a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. And then Azerbaijan basically surrenders in this crippled state. Well, Russia takes a little bit more. And then Azerbaijan they have to surrender at this point. Look at them. Look at them. Just look at them. They have to surrender. I mean, and the peace treaty is drawn up between these states. Let's see if we can go back. I'll go back as much as possible. I know it doesn't go as far back as I would like it. is about as far back as it'll go. That's why I always draw. So Georgia gets a big chunk of this. Not that much. That's the wrong button. It's this button. Yeah, there we go. Georgia gets. I mean, no, they're not going to get that. They're going to get a little bit over here. Okay. So Georgia, I mean, they look weird. Looks a little weird. Armenia, they're going to get quite a bit out of this. They're going to be quite happy here. They do not like Azerbaijan at all, as you can know, as you know from history. So that is red. Well, that's what I selected. So they get a huge chunk of Azerbaijan here. Nah, they deserve more than that. For all they've been through. They're going to get quite a big chunk here. Azerbaijan's still going to be a state, but you know what, or a country, you know what it's going to be, though. Part of the CSTO. Forcibly. I mean, they basically can't say no. If they do, I mean, like, what are you going to do? Just split up the country. They basically have to accept, oh, Russia and Iran and Armenia and Georgia, they all want to split me up. So, I mean, I basically have to oblige. Okay, now we have the single pixels here. I'm going to fill those in. Alright, so we have a new state of a, not necessarily communist, but we just have a Russia CSTO aligned Azerbaijan. They forcibly were part of it. Armenia is just, I don't know, they just, yeah. they get a lot there. The CSTO Turkey part is here. Then we have the buffer zone, another buffer zone, another buffer zone, more buffer zones. Okay, we have, so this is the middle of World War IV. So, I mean, that really pissed off the Western Alliance quite a bit. And, so they start invading. They're like, we can't do anything about these buffer zones because we agreed on that. And they're kind of neutral, so why would we attack a neutral zone? I mean, it's not CSTO aligned. We should focus our efforts on the CSTO because they're a danger, not the neutral zones. So basically, Europe is going to continue along with the Western Alliance is going to continue along with trying to take out Serbia from existing because it's a major CSTO alliance, and they're going to try to get them and Montenegro split apart into Bosnia and Serbia, and Montenegro gets its original lands back, and they all are part of the Western Alliance, or at least neutral. So that is the Western Alliance's plan. So also they want Romanian lands back, or at least what they had from this region of Ukraine, but they had that a long time ago. So we start an offensive. Romania is mostly taking the offensive here. So they start invading Serbia. Serbia is just caught off guard here. Now let's see what color this is. That should be the brightest red, right? Almost. FF0004. Let's see what happens if we do this. 0004. That's the same color. Okay. I knew it was. So they start pushing back, right? They start pushing back, and they start taking offense in Romania as well. So obviously it's World War IV. You know, they don't care anymore. They just want their lands, not their lands back, but they want land, right? They want to get more land, especially this specific region of Romania here, right around this region. They want that. But Romania is significantly stronger here. They push back. But then Russia, Russia, the big ass Russia here, starts pushing back. Or not pushing back, pushing offensively into Romania. And they get pretty far. They get pretty far because they're very strong. They just push into Romania like this. Romania's definitely caught off guard. They try to push back like a little bit. I mean, they managed to get a little bit back. But they're mostly focused on Serbia over here. Capturing Serbia. Now Serbia is, no, not that much. Serbia is pushing back quite a bit from Romania. I mean, they push back. They get along the border here of Hungary. They don't want to invade Hungary just quite yet. So they go along the border because they don't want multiple enemies right now. They just want to, although they are definitely getting multiple enemies anyway, but they don't want to provoke the Western Alliance too much. So they start pushing into Romania like this. Right? They get pretty far. Romania starts pushing back. Romania starts pushing back. They start pushing back. So it basically feels like a stalemate based on how they're just pushing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So it basically stops around there. But Russia gets just so, yeah, I mean, that's the wrong color. They start pushing back. They start pushing back like this. They start pushing back against Romania. They start invading their coast. Oh, you're not gonna like this. Any Westerner's not gonna like this. I mean, it's fiction, but whatever. They managed to infiltrate Romania, right? Cut off Romania from the sea, from the Baltic Sea. Oh man. All right, let's do this a specific way. This. They invade, take over the coast, and Romania is just shocked at this, that Russia could do this. Not really that shocked, though. I mean, they knew Russia was strong, and they bordered Russia. So, I mean, it's kind of like what Romania is dealing with in the modern day, that Romania has to deal with. And then Romania, I mean, they don't want to lose any more land. So they start getting forces, right? They start getting forces, the U.S. forces. They start getting European forces, and they start pushing back quite a bit. They start pushing back quite a bit, but mostly against Serbia. I mean, this Russian offensive here, they're not focused mostly on this. They push back a little bit. I mean, they push back. That's the wrong color. They push back a little bit. I mean, but like a little bit. They have a few forces over here. I mean, they get to push back a little bit, reclaim some of the land over here, like this. They're just pushing back with the small amount of forces they have over here. And oh my goodness, you're joking. So they start pushing back, right? They do pretty well a little bit for how few forces they have over here. And they start pushing back like this. They start pushing back, but then you start getting a Russian offense over here that's much stronger than the forces that are concentrated over here. So they start pushing in. They start pushing in. They're pretty strong, the Russians here. I mean, they're so strong that they managed to overwhelm the Romanian soldiers over here. They push back. They managed to capture quite a bit here. And then Romania, while they're doing this, Romania is most of their defenses, most of their offense is focused around here in Serbia. They managed to completely steamroll Serbia. They completely steamroll Serbia like this. And just completely wipe out Serbia. Almost completely wipe out Serbia. They just... Now, there's a little bit of pushback from Serbia. They are, like, so not willing to lose all this land here. So they start pushing back quite a bit, but it's no match for all these forces that came in from the U.S. and all of them. The entire Europeans are focusing their troops on here. Now they managed to push out Serbia. From Serbia, they managed to push them out. They managed to push them out, right? Now, they don't do that. They don't break the borders like that or that, but they managed to push them out, right? They start invading. They're slowing down a little bit. Serbia does not want to surrender, obviously. They want to stay part of the CSTO, although they're losing most of their lands. So if the Western Alliance manages to push into and come capture all of Serbia here, they will basically make Serbia collapse, and they are basically controlling Bosnia here. So Bosnia might just completely reject the CSTO because they were basically forcibly put into it. So Romania starts to invade Serbia. I mean, Serbia. Now, Serbia's response to this is to go and invade, or not invade, put all the remaining troops into Bosnia. They're basically fleeing to the coast here, over here. So Serbia remains for a little while. They start pushing back a little bit. I mean, you get some counteroffensive here, especially over here, where there's still part of Serbia left. You start pushing back, but then it's no match. It's just no match. It's just no match for the Europeans, the Western Alliance Europeans. It's no match. They just steamroll the Serbians. They steamroll them, and the Serbians, they're just escaping to over here, around here in Bosnia. They are not willing to surrender. They want to stay part of the CSTO, even though they've lost most of their Serbian land by now. it's just not going well for them. Now, at this point, Montenegro tries to leave the buffer zone. So basically what happens is Montenegro leaves the buffer zone because they know what's about to happen is pretty significant for Serbia's history. So they basically completely invade Serbia, right? Completely invade Serbia. Not that one. This one. Completely invade Serbia, right? And then they just keep invading them. I mean, like, what is Serbia going to do? They're going to push back a little bit. Not that much. That would be crazy if that happened. That would be so. Russia would love that if that would happen, but that's not what's going to happen. So, Serbia is going to, I guess, fall basically. I mean, they're basically what are they relying on exactly here? Bosnia, basically. They're relying on Bosnia for their existence. They're completely squished out of here. Now, at this point, Serbia just realizes how fucked they are, and they just decide to surrender. So they surrender at this point. This is how far they surrendered. How much land they had to lose to surrender. All right, now we look at the peace treaty. Okay. So we look at the peace treaty, and it basically completely. Actually, let's go back. Because I know what the peace treaty is going to look like. So, you know what the peace treaty is going to look like, pretty much. So, there's going to be a new Western aligned Serbia and Bosnia. They're going to be separated, obviously, because they want. They want Serbia and Bosnia to be separate. No, go back. No, go back. Come on. You got this. No. That's not acceptable. Okay. Okay. Sorry this is taking so long. I just, I don't really edit my videos. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, you can see it's very sad for Serbia on this day. Serbia and the CSTO are not happy about this. But there we go. I mean, Montenegro. This is the peace treaty, by the way. Montenegro gets most of their old lands back. That is white. Montenegro gets most of their old land back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. So Montenegro gets most of their old land back, but not like that. Like most of their old land back, plus a little bit more. Serbia is brought back. Just Serbia. I wish I knew which color. I think it's that one. It is. So there's Bosnia again, Montenegro, and Serbia. But it's going to be kind of a crippled Serbia. It's like, a little bit less than what it had. Now the Russians, while all this is happening, while all this is happening, I just forgot to do something. And that's this. There we go. Now Russia, while this is happening, they are still invading Romania. They're still invading Romania. So they're still invading Romania. They basically steamroll Romania. Now Romania is not willing to surrender here. So I mean, there's Western troops in Romania. So I mean, they start pushing back quite a bit. Like, I mean, a lot. They start pushing back quite a bit. Like this. Now Russia does not want this to happen, so they start sending more troops into this part of Russia. It should be about 8. And they start pushing through. And it reaches a stalemate. And that's basically the end of this video. Yeah, because it's already getting kind of long. So that's it for episode 9. I guess World War IV will conclude in episode 10.